Hello, 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 hello. It's so good to see you all today. I'm so glad to be here. Let's see if I can shift this camera around and check out the kitchen and my notes behind me. So, today I want to talk to you about being a lady landlord, but one of the most glorious reasons that I can think of as to why most women want to be a lady landlord, and that's so they can give back, so they can be generous, so that they can start a nonprofit, or so that they can tithe more, or so that they can just be a better tipper, or so that they can get a spa membership, and so they can buy lunch when they go out to eat with their kids' team. Or most women have a desire to be generous. And most women, we get a little bit of a bad rap sometimes because people think that we're just money hungry female dogs, if you will. We're not. Most every woman I know has the biggest heart, and she would give you, well, I would say the shirt off her back, but that's not totally true. I would give you Jason's shirt off his back, though. I would give you Jason's hat off of his head. I would give you a water out of his cooler. So maybe I'm not as generous as maybe some of y'all, or as I should be or could be. But, bear with me here. So I am pretty generous, though. And I love to do generous things. I love to sponsor the golf tournament every year for the church, for the Christian school. I love to feel like I'm a big tipper. I love to be there to support my friends. I love to be there when the FDDF girls need some encouragement. I've started a lending company, and we're doing transactional funding because I have seen way too many FDDF girls. I've seen way too many mastermind girls. I've been through this myself. My friends have been through this. Other strangers that I see on Facebook, but I feel like I know, I've seen them go through deals. And I just talked to Janine White about this. In the 11th hour before a closing is supposed to happen, a lot of things can go crazy. And that's where a lot of the stress comes from in real estate. And one of the reasons I started my lending situation, my lending company portfolio division of my company, was so when those disasters happened, it didn't kill the deal. I could just come in, band-aid it. I'll make some money for loaning the money out, but really just so that you could get your deal done. And yes, I make money off of transactional funding. Yes, I make money off of being a band-aid to get the deal done, and then you cash it out later and cash me back out. Or you close your deal next week and you can pay me back in a week, but you just can't change up the way the closings happen. Like, disasters happen in real estate all the time, and I love to feel like I am able to be generous and help that deal go to closing. Yes, I make money from it. We're all trying to make money, right? But with the money that I make, I get to go out and be more generous. I get to be a better tipper. I get to tithe more. I get to move the money around. Money loves movement. Money loves assignments. We talked about that yesterday in the She Buys It group. If you give your money an assignment and it knows what it's going to work for, it knows what it's going to accomplish, then it goes to work harder. But if you badmouth money, then no, it doesn't work for you. If you say money is evil, then no, it's going to be evil to you. But if you love it and you're generous with it and you're kind to it and you talk nice to it, then yeah, it wants to come hang out. Because you didn't smack it on the nose and tell it that it was evil and ugly and that nobody wanted to play with it. Well, no wonder it's not coming to you. If you have $1 and you're generous with $1, then God can trust you with $1,000, and you're generous with that, He can trust you with more. If you make good deals, if you make bad deals, but you turn them into good deals, or you learn from the bad deals, then something is going to come out of it. You're going to learn lessons, and you might pay for them, but you might make a ton of money. Most women I know, especially women who want to be lady landlords, especially the women in First Little and Fast, the ladies in the mastermind, the FDDF plusers, like all of those girls are super generous. If you walked into any of their houses tonight, they would make you a plate of food and have you have seconds. They'd have dessert ready for you, or they'd take you out if they weren't planning on cooking. They're just generous. They've got a heart of gold. And the more money you make, the more generous you can be, the more you can help your friends and neighbors, the more you can help your church, the more you can help your family. Some of y'all have moms that have had life happen to them in the last couple years, and some of y'all are trying to take care of your moms, and you're trying to take care of your kids, and you're trying to take care of yourself, and you don't feel very generous right now because your time is so constricted. If your time wasn't constricted, you could be generous with your time. You don't just have to be generous with your money. You could be generous with your time. You could volunteer. You could spend better quality time with your mom. One of the mastermind girls yesterday couldn't make it to our call because she was canning green beans with her mom. That's a beautiful thing to do. Mom, we are not going to be canning any green beans, but we will go to the spa if you want to, and we will go to Biltmore if you want to. We will spend generous quality time together doing something besides canning green beans. But that's what they do, and I love it. That's what they do in their time together, and I love it. My mom and I just do different things together in our time together, and we love that. You and your mom may do things together that you love. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. You can be super generous with your time. You can be super generous with your money. You can be super generous with your talents. Some of y'all have super awesome talents like canning green beans. I don't even know how to can green beans. Maybe I should learn. Maybe she should teach me how to can green beans. Maybe it's this amazing skill that I need to have. Mom says we go driving for dollars. Absolutely. That's what we do together. But some of you have talents that you could be generous with, and you could hold a workshop at your office, and you could teach everybody what you know about opportunity zones. You could teach everybody what you know about getting a deal to close. You could teach everybody what you know about staging houses. You could teach everybody some talent. Everybody has a talent. You have a special talent that God gave you and he didn't give me. Teach me about it. Everybody has a talent that somebody else would like to know more about or have, or maybe just learn about. I would love to be a dancer. I bought Jason and I a dance package before we got married, and we learned how to dance, but that was 4 years ago, so we don't exactly remember how to dance. So I got us a refresher course, and we were supposed to practice dancing last night, but we ended up going out to eat instead, so that didn't happen. But some people are talented dancers, and so you could be generous and teach other people how to dance. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a skill. And everybody has a little bit of spare time and money. But maybe that means you don't watch TV tonight and you go do something else. Maybe that means you don't upgrade an airplane ticket to first class and you use that extra money to donate it to your church because they're doing a big fundraise for backpacks for kids going back to school. But the fact is, the more money you make, the more money you have to be generous with. You could start a charity. You could start, the charities are 501(c)(3)s, right? You could start just donating more to other people's charities. You don't have to start it. Maybe one day I'll have a charity for dogs. But until then, I'll just donate more to other people's charities that they're already running for dogs. You can tithe more at church. But you could also just have a separate, Dave Ramsey talks about having the envelopes. You could just have a separate envelope of cash. And when somebody calls you out of the blue and they need some help, instead of you digging into this week's allowance, you could just say, what do you need? I got some extra money. And you could help your friends and family. And I got to tell y'all that somebody texted me this afternoon, and I don't delete numbers. I've got numbers in my phone that I've had in there since I got this phone number in 2001? Valentine's Day, 2001? Is that when I got my phone, Mom? I was 15 when I got my first cell phone. It was Valentine's Day. So I've got a lot of phone numbers saved in this phone. But I got a text message today from somebody, and I don't recognize the number. And if this was you that texted me, it was while I was doing a podcast interview. When I got off the podcast, somebody had sent me this text message, and I'm not going to read it, but it's a long text message, okay? And usually long text messages scare me. But this one was awesome. It's from somebody I don't know, and she says, hey, we're here. Here's the latest. We just met with a neurologist. And I don't know who sent me this text message. So if this was you that sent me this text message, send me a message and let me know who this is, because I don't have you saved in my phone. But I'm pretty sure it's a woman that sent me this. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's a woman. And she says that we just met with a neurologist. We've got such and such syndrome. We're doing 5 days of IV treatment, and we don't know what the recovery is going to be like. There's a lot of unknowns. We have some good news because we've got some movement, and he can swallow on his own, and he's got all the functions happening. He's just really tired, and he can't see very straight. So that's frustrating him. But the doctors are super encouraging. Y'all, I don't know who sent me this text message. I have no clue. But she goes on to say that recovery will be slow. And because I'm coming from a really high vibe, really generous place today, I don't know who this is. But I just responded and I said, look, I'm going to be praying for you and for him. She told me his name in there. And I'm going to pray for the whole family. Let me know if you need anything. I don't know who this is. And they texted me today when I got off the last video call that I was on. I had this text message and I was like, I'm reading this and I'm thinking, who is this? Who do I know that's sick? Who sent me this? But then I thought, it doesn't matter who it is. This family is trying to let people know what's going on. And it all, just to simplify and summarize it, they need some prayers for the person who is sick, for the person who sent me this text message, and for their whole family who's got their hearts broken right now. I said, let me know if you need anything. If she calls and says she needs some food, I'm going to say, where do you want me to send it? I don't know who this is, and I don't care. Because when you make more money, things like this are just going to happen. This is probably somebody I know. I just don't have their phone number saved. And I want to help. I want to be generous. I want to be in that spot where if somebody reaches out and says, hey, Whit, I need some help, I can be like, great, how much do you need? When can I be there? What do you need? What can I send? What can I do? And I think every woman in First Healed and Fast, I know every girl in the mastermind, every lady landlord that I've ever spoken to would have responded in the same way. Every woman I know would probably respond in the same way. It don't matter. This is one of our sisters, and her people are having a bad day. I will pray for you. Let me know what you need. I will send it. Amazon has got it. Give me the address. That's what it's about to be a lady landlord, y'all. You make more money. You got more free time. You got some talents. What do you need? I'll give it. We're all in this together. This woman definitely needs prayers, and everybody watching this video right now can pray for this woman. I don't know who it is. She didn't even say, hey, I got an unspoken prayer request. She told me exactly what was going on to pray for. It's not, It's usually different. It's usually that you know the person and they got an unspoken and you don't know what you're praying for them about. This is different. I know exactly what we're praying about. Now you know exactly what we're praying about. We just don't know who it is this time, which is kind of fun, right? I think it's fun. It doesn't matter who it is. She needs prayers. And if she needs anything, I'll send it to her. And I think every woman would do the same thing. When whoever sent me this message comes forward and says, hey, that was me, sorry, I should have said who it was. And be like, oh, girl, it's fine. It's cool. Do you need anything? It's the same story. What do you need? I'm still praying for you. So you don't have to just be generous with your money. When you make more money, it feels better to be more generous with your money. Absolutely. But you can be generous with your prayers. You can be generous with your time. You can be generous with your talents. You can be generous with your hidden nerdiness. You just get to be more generous. You just get to give more. You just get to be more to more people when you've got more coming in. That's what I want for you. Every lady watching this, if you're watching this right now, y'all give me a hashtag lady down in the comments. If you're watching this right now, hashtag lady. And if you're watching this right now, pray for that lady. I don't know who it is, and I don't really know where she is or what's going on, but pray for that lady if you're watching this. If you're watching this on the replay, see, if it says live up there right now, you're watching me live. Hey, y'all. But if you're watching this on the replay or you're watching on YouTube or you're watching somewhere else later, hashtag landlord down in the comments, so that we know who's watching and when, and we can keep track of it and we can see what's going on. And if you're watching on the replay, I don't care. It's August 2019 right now. I don't care if you see this video in 2025. Pray for this woman and her family. Because we can all be generous and we can all give prayers. They don't cost anything and they all help us out in a lot of different binds, don't they? When you make more, you can give more. My friend Akbar, his whole motto in his company is make more, give more. And it's totally true. The more you make, the more you can give. And it feels so good to give freely. Give your time, give your talents, give your money, and also just give your prayers when people need it. When people reach out and say, hey, I need some help, whether you know who it is or not. You can give more. There's always a little bit more that you can give. It helps when you're making an extra 10 or 20 grand. It helps when you know you got a river of money coming in. I talked to Janine earlier. She got her first rent checks this month. Hallelujah. She got her first lady landlord checks, her first mailbox money. She collected her first rent, and her mortgage isn't even due for the first time next month. So she got a whole month of rent coming in and nothing going out. I love it. And when you start seeing those big checks and they just keep coming in, and this was her second deal that she closed. When she gets to 20 deals and she's got lots of rent checks coming in every month, not only can she buy more assets, she can buy more stuff, but she can give more. She can give more time. She can give more of her talents. She can give more money. She can give more of herself to those that she loves and those that she doesn't even know, but that need her. I don't know who this is. I still don't know who this is. Janine, I had this message when we got off the podcast. Janine's going to be on the She Buys It podcast coming up in a couple weeks. Y'all go subscribe to the podcast because you're not going to want to miss our interview. It was awesome. Janine's absolutely brilliant, and she was marvelous on camera. You got to do more camera. See, you got talents, Janine. You need to give them more. All right, well, my handsome husband is calling me now, which means he's on his way home to pick me up for dinner. So, or maybe he's not, and I'll do another video somewhere else. Jason, do you want to say hi to people while I'm on camera, or you want to just let me call you back in a minute? I want to go wherever you want to go for dinner. Yeah, we're gonna play that game tonight. You want me to put you on speakerphone? No, they all know how this conversation's going. I'll call you later, okay? You know what happens when your husband gets skinny, girls? He wants ice water for dinner. I'll call you back later. I love you. Bye. Anyway, hopefully when you start making more money, you'll have more patience with your husband than I do. Absolutely, Janine. Thank you for hanging out with me. That was awesome. All right. Mom says we should go to the Tarpon Turtle. That's a good idea. I'll see if I can swing that. So, y'all, get out there, get these deals done. Start collecting your rent checks, start collecting your mailbox money, and start figuring out where and how you can be more generous. But I will also ask everybody that's watching this, whether you're watching live or on the replay, I don't know who sent me this text message, but I do want to ask y'all to pray for them. Because it doesn't matter who it is. It could be one of my friends. It could be one of your friends. Just pray for this lady and her family and what they got going on. And also pray because my mom is nosy as all get out. And I am too, because she raised me to be that way. And it will slightly drive me crazy if I don't figure out who sent me this text message. And if I figure it out, I probably won't tell y'all though, because I'm trying to keep her identity private. I don't know who it is. But I do know that it's one of our friends and she needs some prayers. So y'all be praying for that. If you need me for anything, let me know. I'm glad to help. Janine says call them and figure out who it is. Hey, this is Whitney Nicely. You just sent me a text message and I don't know who you are. Could you please identify yourself? I just responded. Mom told me that I should have sent a question mark, like, what? And I was like, nah, I just tell them I'm praying for them. It's cool. I don't know. I mean, I talk to strangers all the time. I'm not afraid to just roll up in somebody's house and be like, hey, how's your cow? But this person, I don't know how to start that conversation. I'm not usually at a loss for words. So maybe she'll figure out that she doesn't know me and then we'll be friends. I don't know, but y'all just pray for her and her people. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all. Go be generous today. Give more. Make more, give more. Bye, y'all.